Hey moviegoers, Dimitri Panos here with another episode of The Cinescope, Movies Under a New Lens. And in this episode, I will be putting Furiosa, a Mad Max Saga, under the Cinescope. Well, Furiosa, a Mad Max Saga, shown in IMAX, shows George Miller has plenty of gas in the tank, and it's filled with pure high-octane fury and style. Furiosa puts the moviegoer in the passenger seat without a seatbelt, and you might just wish your movie theater seat had one. Furiosa Mad Max Saga is indeed a saga. Unlike Fury Road, which covers 3 days and 2 nights of the Road Warrior's adventure, Furiosa covers a 15-year journey into the Wasteland and into darkness. As the world fell, a 10-year-old Furiosa was snatched from her near-idyllic home, the Green Place with many mothers. The great biker horde, led by warlord Dementis, wants to know how they can find this Green Place and make it their own. A failed rescue attempt from Furiosa's mother leaves the little girl trapped and without recourse. Dementis, who displays more brute brawn over intellect, only wants power and to control the 3 standing fortresses of the Wasteland. That includes the Citadel, Gastown, and the Bullet Farm. This raises the ire of Citadel warlord Immortan Joe. Furiosa, now older, is caught in the middle of this power struggle which keeps her from going home. Director and writer George Miller, along with co-writer Nico Lathoris, further expand the world of Mad Max. Furiosa can't match Fury Road's kinetic frenzy. Nearly a picture can. And, in all honesty, it's not meant to. Where Fury Road is but a chapter in a journey, Furiosa is in an odyssey. Fun fact, the story of Furiosa was written before Miller set out to film Mad Max Fury Road. It's true. Well, the time and effort to flesh out the character prior to her introduction in that Mad Max movie, well, it pays off really well here. Not only do they make a near-perfect prequel, but upon rewatch of Fury Road, Furiosa's tale becomes more focused with additional emotional heft. Her journey is as tragic as Max's. Like Max, as hard as life hits back with loss after loss, there remains a glimmer of optimism and even hope. As director, George Miller easily is among the ranks of Christopher Nolan and James Cameron as far as combining exciting narrative, characters with depth, spectacle, and world building. Nolan's Batman trilogy, Inception, and of course Cameron's Terminator, Aliens, and of course Avatar, they all come to mind. Miller infuses nuance with style. The world of Mad Max is littered with character and color. But the Wasteland, as its setting, it's never stale. There's always something to marvel at. Well, the same goes for Miller's action. In Furiosa, there are some magnificent set pieces, sequences that reflect some from previous Mad Max movies, such as the truck chase in the Road Warrior or Fury Road. Miller, in a way, states, hey, if you like what you saw then, wait till you see what I have in store for you here. Along with action designer, stunt person Guy Norris, they've pretty much secured nominations in the stunt category, if not many wins. Anya Taylor-Joy, as the younger Furiosa, is equally as charismatic, powerful, and sympathetic as character originator Charlize Theron. Joy is brilliantly cast, as is Alila Brown, who plays the young 10-year-old Furiosa. Brown's eyes are truly the window to future Furiosa's soul. It's great to see Chris Hemsworth break away from Thor as Warlord Dementus. Dementus is an interesting character because he too has suffered loss which still lays heavy in his heart, while at the same time he's embraced the Wasteland and what it takes to survive there. One gets the sense he could have been a good guy who was perhaps a tad obsessed with the Roman Empire before the world went to literal hell. Hemsworth shows hints of empathy, yet ultimately becomes a warlord wannabe with only the muscle minus the stratagem. Hemsworth pulls it all off, without completely being devoid of the Norse god. Take notice Dementus's cape. Anything look familiar? Well, Tom Burke as Praetorian Jack, driver of the Citadel war rig tasked with making the perilous Fury Road run for gas and bullets. He becomes Furiosa's mentor, a cross between Mad Max and say Han Solo. He's a scoundrel who knows how to drive, fight, and get out of jams. Burke makes Jack likable, and you can see his influence on Furiosa in Fury Road. Well, at 79, George Miller doesn't seem to be slowing down any. With Furiosa, a Mad Max Saga, and Mad Max Fury Road, he has designed a seamless narrative. Furiosa adds texture and perspective. Finding a way home has always been a common theme in the Mad Max universe. However, unlike Tina Turner's proclamations, Miller continues to give us more heroes to help us get there, or at the very least, build a new home and beginning. Furiosa, a Mad Max Saga, has a larger narrative canvas to work with, chronicling a 15-year rite of passage. Furiosa emerges from a wasteland with profundity, something Max is still looking for out there. I give Furiosa, a Mad Max Saga, the 4 fingers. I'm glad we got another hero, and I was super excited to have seen Furiosa, Mad Max Saga in IMAX. If you have a choice in which format to go see this movie in, I do recommend IMAX. It is huge, large, loud, just the way you want this adventure in the Wasteland to be. So, thank you very much for tuning in. After you've gotten to see Furiosa, Mad Max Saga, hey, please comment below. I'd love to know your thoughts of the movie. How do you compare it to, well, Mad Max Fury Road and the previous Mad Max installments? And what do you think of Anya Taylor-Joy as the title character Furiosa? I thought she was great. Love to know what you think. Thank you very much for tuning in. I'll have more reviews in the days and weeks ahead. Thanks, and I do believe we do need another hero because we can always find a way home with them. Thanks for tuning in.